morning, babies, and welcome back to another video. It's your girl Virgo Garden. If you don't know, now you know. Anything you need to know about little old me will be down below in the description box. You do not have to be a Virgo to watch this video. Hi my babies, hi. I hope everyone's doing well and swell, y'all. We about to go ahead, get into these quick announcements. So we go ahead, get into this here reading. Quick announcements on the website. You can get you a New Year reading for just $25 until the end of January. So you can see what your 2024 will be looking like, as well as you can get a personal year numerology reading for $5 on the website. So you get a quick snapshot of what your personal year will be like, what you need to focus on, and what will be coming towards you. So y'all, let's go ahead and get into this here Sunday in Mimosa, honey. Why it's best to be honest. Oh man, okay? Listen. So, I know people always think like, oh, I'm just so brutally honest all the time. I'm not always brutally honest, especially when it's somebody I love and care about. Sometimes I can hold back. And it's something I really been working on, especially since like 2020, 2021. So, we will be speaking about today my cousin Neek. And I actually met him when I was 10. And he kind of, one of my favorite oldest cousin's son. So, he actually ended up moving with his father because they got divorced. So, his younger sibling stayed with his mom in Virginia, and he went and moved with his older father in Nebraska. So I didn't actually get to meet him until I was 10. And he had came over for either it was Christmas or Thanksgiving. I want to say it was Thanksgiving. I really don't remember, but I do want to say it was Thanksgiving. And because I stayed with my grandma, like everybody always came to my house. So the cousins always end up in my room, you know, get away from the adults, this, that, and the third. They be in there playing games or joking or just having conversation and stuff. And also, it was tradition for everyone to gather in my room so they could freestyle. My cousins, for some reason, think they're rappers. None of them are really good. None of them are really good, to be quite honest with you. But my cousin Neek, he is actually a really, really good singer. Like, I cannot take that from him. That man can sing his ass off. So, it was actually the first time I actually tried freestyling. And I actually did kind of good to be 10. And so everybody was tripping because I was freestyling. That's actually how I really got into rapping. Like, that was my first time, like, actually trying to rap. So, that's also when I noticed that, oh, damn, my cousin could sing. And I noticed that he was really cool. So, I mean, naturally, I was 10. He was older. He was, like, 18 or something like that. And he went back to Nebraska, and we lost, you know, contact. So we ended up reconnecting on Facebook back in 2009, and we became really close, and we would video chat a lot, and I mean a lot, on Skype. Y'all remember Skype? Oh, do okay? Like, my Skype used to be popping. Everybody used to Skype me back in the day. Like, it was nothing for me to be on a video chat. But, like, we used to Skype all the time, and that's how we became close. And he had gotten married, and at that point in time, I think they had 2 kids. They had 2 girls. So I ended up becoming close with his wife as well. We ended up forming our own friendship. We would text and stuff very often. But, you know, he would give me advice. I was in college. I had, you know, just got out the whole court situation and stuff. It might have been 2010 when we reconnected, y'all. But I had just got out the whole court situation. I was just, like, basically trying to figure my life out. So, like, he was trying to, like, encourage me. And also, his mom's boyfriend is actually in the music industry. And he's actually part of a very, very, very famous music group, okay? But I'm not the type of person to try to ride off somebody's coattails. He was like, why don't you just go talk to such and such? He's in the music industry. He has connections. You know he knows this person. You know he knows that person. Yeah, I know that he knows these people. I actually went in the studio. My first time in the studio, I was 13, and he took me in his studio. And he just basically wanted to hear, like, if I could write or not. And he loves the fact, like, he loves my skills and stuff, basically. And up to a couple years ago, he was still following my page and stuff. But I'm not the type of person to be riding off somebody's coattail just because you're in the industry and you're part of a famous group and this, that, and the third. Like, no, that's not me. That's not my style. I like to get it on my own, okay? So, like, he will always tell me, I don't know why you just won't talk to him. I don't know why you just won't hit him up. You know, he'll help you. Not really, but, you know. So, no, I never did that. Anyways, so basically, he was a temporary safe space for me at the time because I was in hell. Like, I gone through a breakup and just went through all that court stuff. Like, I was in hell at that point in time. So, he was definitely a ray of sunshine in my life. I will not take that from him. Now, we did end up losing touch, but then we reconnected again in 2017. And it was also around the time that I had got Marley. And then when we were briefly back in touch around that time, and then we ended up falling out of touch again. But around that point in time, I got Marley, and him and his wife had another baby. But then we lost contact again. So then we reconnected like 2020, 2021. And kind of found out he had been going through it because him and his wife were actually in the midst of getting a divorce. Yeah. So, like, their situation didn't work out. She unfollowed every fucking body, okay? She unfollowed every fucking body. So, basically, it was like I was his sounding board and he was mine because I was still going through hell. But I had Queen Alchemy and Virgo Garden and Koncrete Rose was doing her thing and FAB Boutique was still doing its thing. So, like, I was just trying to put the pieces of my life together. So, he was still, like, a sounding board for me. And, like, I remember I told y'all, some of y'all might not remember, though, when I got into it with my neighbor back in, like, 2021, my neighbor kept shooting his gun off outside my bedroom window. Like, he had gave me advice on that, because, like, the boy kept harassing me because I didn't want to fucking give him the time of day. Like, bitch nigga shit, okay? Bitch nigga shit. But, he was basically giving me advice, you know, about that situation, and I had become his spiritual advisor because he was going through the divorce, and also the reason why, well, one of the reasons why his mom and his dad had got divorced is because his father was abusive, and his father also suffered from alcoholism, which my cousin, in turn, because he grew up with his father, ended up suffering from alcoholism. So he was trying not to, you know, slip back into that, and I was proud of him. Well, he was single, okay, so he started going out more, he started going out to bars, and, you know, picking up, like, odd get-rich-quick jobs and stuff, and trying to sell me insurance and stuff like that, and it's like, I was trying to be his safe space, but my cousin likes to, like, be on the phone for hours and hours. He talks a lot, okay? And he talks a lot in circles about nothing. It's like the same thing over and over. He is an Aries, so, you know, they like to hear themselves speak. They don't really pay attention to what the people around them is going through. It's like they're very self-absorbed, and they don't really mean to be that way, but sometimes they do. But y'all know, okay? Y'all know. But then he also started watching Virgo Garden. So, like, it was helping him. And he also bought a few Queen Alchemy products. I know he got an obsidian stone from me for court. And I know he got the Abundance Mist. And he also got the Venus Amor Aura Mist as well. But he also kept coming to me a lot for free advice. And at first, I didn't mind it. But then I started noticing a pattern, okay? But I would help him because I knew he was struggling, you know, like to pay bills and to pay rent and the lawyer. So I understood, but I definitely started feeling used, though. So that was the first problem. That's where I fucked up at, like, the first time, for real. Because I did not speak up like, hey, yo, I get paid for this, or I'm feeling used. And I didn't want to hurt my cousin's feelings. And also, I know he needed somebody. So he used to vent to me a lot about his estranged wife, who's also a Scorpio, and how she kept lying, telling people that he was mentally, emotionally, and physically abusive. He denied everything, and of course I believed him because he's my cousin. But like I told y'all, his mom did divorce his dad because his dad was lying, manipulative, you know, mentally, emotionally, physically abusive, alcoholic, things of that nature. So according to the stories I've heard about her, her father was the same way. And so, like, it's this toxic pattern. His father was like this, and then her father was like this. So it's like they kind of like trauma bonded with each other. So the whole marriage was unhealthy to begin with. So one day he hits me up and he tells me about this girl that he met at a bar, and he can't get the girl off his mind. But the problem is how they met. One, the girl is way younger than him. The girl's younger than me. She's in her 20s. My cousin's in like his 40s, like mid 40s at this point, I think. Either way, the girl was too young for him. She's drunk, okay? And on top of that, she just like got in a fight with her boyfriend. So he's trying to be the knight in shining armor, but you're really not being the knight in shining armor. You were really being intrusive. He takes the girl home to his house, and she's drunk. So she wakes up in a stranger's house that she does not know, okay? So I can imagine how she felt when she woke up. My cousin, like I said, he's an Aries. And if any of y'all know anything about Aries, they're stubborn and they are determined to get what it is that they want. So he kept like trying to convince and persuade the girl to date him and this, that, and the third. And like she basically kept trying to nicely like turn him down. Her mother even said that he reminds her of the girl's father. The girl even said that, and from what my understanding is, that wasn't a good thing, because she was also saying that my cousin was too pushy, and that, you know, that reminds her of her father. So like that's not a good thing. So the girl was already emotionally fucked up behind things she went through in her childhood. She was emotionally fucked up with the whole breakup and argument thing with her boyfriend. And here you come trying to be intrusive, trying to act like a knight in shining armor, and you're really not. And the girl was trying to tell him, let her breathe, but he wouldn't though. And like he just kept, you know, hitting the girl up and coming around her and this, that, and the third. So, you know, I was basically getting the vibe she wasn't feeling my cousin. One day, he told me the girl even said that she was scared of him. My cousin, he's very, his tone can get very, very aggressive very quickly. Like a military style type aggressive. So I understood exactly what the girl meant. So because my cousin had been there for me through me getting harassed by my neighbor and that whole situation, like I really appreciated him. So I actually named some Queen Alchemy bracelets after him. And it was, you know, just a thank you. But by the time he got on the site and he tried to buy it, them drinks were sold out. I think they sold out in like a week or something like that. Them drinks were sold out. So one day he goes on my site and he books 2 readings, and I was confused as to why. So he hits me up and he booked a reading for him, but then he booked one for the girl. And I explained to him that he's not supposed to do that without someone's permission, because once again, that's being intrusive. Now here's the part where I really fucked up. So I do his reading. And he, you know, asked about the divorce, what was going to happen with court, this, that, and the third. Got the whole family mad at his wife. Oh, she lying, going around telling people out here and telling her family and telling the court that I was abusive to her and I didn't put my hands on that girl and this, that, and the third. So while I'm doing his reading and they showing me that my cousin is going through it worse than what he's telling me. They're showing me that my cousin is lying to me because you're not having a drink here or there. No, sir, they snitched on you because I'm sure you're watching this shit. Tell your mama I said hey. Okay? No, they showed me that you went full-fledged back into being an alcoholic. I don't know why you thought you would be able to hide that shit from me. You went full-fledged back into being an alcoholic. Not only did you go full-fledged back into being an alcoholic, they also showed me a vision during the reading when I was asking about him and his wife. And they showed me a vision of them arguing when he was drunk. And he choked her. And he choked her and put her on the bed and kept choking her. Because she was standing up and he choked her and put her on the bed while he was choking her. And was still choking her. So I see what she mean when she say, you used to put your hands on her. My ex-fiance was the same way. And he said the same shit that you said. Oh, I don't remember. You know why you don't remember? Because you blacked out because you were that drunk. My cousin is a self-absorbed, selfish, alcoholic narcissist that does not want to grow up and refuses to see anybody else's perspective outside of his own. He has this whole, I gotta be the tough guy and I gotta portray that I'm the man when you don't and you ain't got the shit together. And the shit is sad. And because you can't get your shit together, you in turn become abusive when anyone, especially a feminine, especially a female, challenges you. And the shit is sad. So they show me this vision. I get upset. And that's when I realized my cousin had a problem. But also, that's why I fucked up. Because I didn't say anything. And I should have told him, well, cuz, actually, while I was doing this reading, I saw you were being abusive to her. I saw that you choked her out. I saw that you are drinking. I saw that you are being way crossing the line with this new female, this young woman that's in your life now. Like, you're being borderline rapey a little bit at this point. And he doesn't see this. He doesn't see that you're one of the guys that they be talking about on Snaps and on CSI and on Lifetime. You're one of those guys. And the shit is sad. The shit is sad. He's kind of like, I don't want to say Blueface, because my cousin is way better than Blueface. But in a way, he got that mentality. I'm going to do shit to you, and then I'm going to act like I ain't do shit to you when you start crying. Or when you start crying, I'm going to yell at you and tell you to shut up. Because how dare you challenge me, or how dare you make me feel like a bad person when I'm not. I could never be that. That's the type of mentality that he has. So, gracious. And then all his mother can go off of, because she didn't raise him, is what he's telling her. So, she's believing everything because she feels guilty for not being there. It's just a hot mess. So, back to the girl. So, he gets his reading done. I see all this shit. I didn't say nothing. I'm like, what the fuck? I see what the girl mean now when she say my cousin is pushy. I see what she mean now when she say that my cousin scares her. I see what the ex-wife means now when she says she don't want to be around him. She don't want the children around him. She don't want nothing to do with him. All of this shit making sense now. You play victim very, very well. But you won't deal with your own shit and you won't heal. You won't look yourself in the mirror and say, I done did some fucked up shit. I'm a fucked up person. I need to fucking heal. My cousin is self-destructing. I don't know where he at in life right now, but I'm trying to tell you, that man was self-destructing before my very eyes. Not only are you being intrusive, not only are you out here being a fucked up person, but then you're also using me on top of it. And you're using me, making it seem like you're the righteous one in the situation, and you're not. And I got a problem with that. So the girl took a minute to hit me up. I said, this girl ain't about to hit me up. And he was like, you know what? If she don't hit you up, he was like, just keep the money or whatever. Well, I was going to keep the money anyway, because when you read the question and policy page, it ain't no refunds. I was keeping the money anyway. Because you shouldn't have did that shit. Okay? But at that point in time, I think it had been like over a week. And I was like, girl ain't hit me up yet. And he was like, basically, she had been backing up from him, and she been kind of distant, and like, she probably ain't gonna hit you up, so, he was like, I don't want to say I wasted my money because you just keep it and da-da-da-da. Alright, cool. So, it was probably a few days after that, the girl hit me up. When I say, straight sweetheart. Straight sweetheart. Beautiful girl, too. Straight sweetheart, though. She was apprehensive at first, because she was like, you his cousin, and this, that, and the third. And I had to let her know, whatever goes on with your reading ain't none of his business. I don't do that. I don't discuss. I don't do that shit. This is your personal business, sweetheart. What is it that you would like to know, or you would like to get worked on, or this, that, and the third? So she hits me with the questions. People that book, y'all know how the process goes. She gets the reading done. And I saw a lot of hurt and a lot of pain in this girl's reading. I also see how my cousin and her father have similarities, which are not good at all. And that's how she attracted my cousin into her life. Look at the circumstances when they met. She's going through a breakup, an argument with her boyfriend. She meets my cousin at a bar and she's pissy drunk. It's like at that point in time, the baby was spiritually awakening that, you know what, I got to get the fuck about this cycle. So yeah, it was a blessing that he sent her to me. But at the same time, he was not the good person in the story, basically. So me and her had a conversation after, and it was a good conversation. She was very grateful for me. She thanked me. She was like, I wasn't even going to do this at first. I'm so glad I did now. And I was able to help the baby. But she was like, yeah, I'm good on your cousin. I said, baby, do what you got to do for you. Okay? Do what you got to do for you, boo. So, basically, after that, I was like, yeah, I can't do this shit with him anymore. And some of y'all might actually remember back in like 2021, the spring of 2021, I was like, you know what? I'm the fuck over people using me, yo. I'm just the fuck over people using me. And I gotta distance myself from certain people. He was one of them. He was one of them. And because at that point, the conversation was always about him. He was always the victim. He never did anything wrong. Like I said, he was using me. And then also, he got mad at a Facebook post that I put up. For some reason, my family thinks it's okay for them to have group chats about me and get together and have conversations about me during the 4th of July and Thanksgiving and Christmas and family reunions. It's okay to have a whole fucking 30-minute hour conversation about Nina. Bashing Nina, dragging Nina, lying on Nina, making Nina out to be the worst person in the world. But soon as Nina posts something publicly about how my family ain't shit, it's a motherfucking problem. Okay? Oh, Nina, you shouldn't be doing that. Oh, I don't like you talking bad about the family online. And y'all doing fucking bashing me in your little group chats. It's the same thing. His mama was one of them. Came to me and told me something. I don't like when you be talking bad about the family online. Well, y'all could kiss my ass, hun. Okay? Y'all could kiss my ass because your Sunday and mimosa coming too, boo. Okay? So he's mad about the Facebook post where I put up every last name I could think of that exists in my family. On all sides. My mama's side and both her parents' side. My daddy's side and both his parents' side. I put every last name I could think of. I said, I'm good on y'all. I ain't got no family. Blah, 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 blah. He ain't like it. Hit my phone back to back. Hit my phone. Hey, cuz, I'm always here for you if you need me. Couple hours later, hit my phone again. Why you not picking up the phone for? Couple hours, hit my phone. Or like the next day or whatever, hit my phone again. You know, cuz I'm here, but if you don't want to answer, I can't make you want to be my family. Like, then the messages start getting aggressive. Because I'm not succumbing to what you want. I'm not caving in to what you want and when you want me to. So then here come the abusive side start coming out. And now you're fussing at me on my voicemail. And how we go from cuz I'm here for you and don't feel like you ain't got nobody. I don't like when you depressed and suicidal to, you know what? If that's how you feel, then fuck it. Like how we get there? You ain't had that one conversation with me. You went through that whole entire emotional cycle by yourself. Psycho is what you are. Okay, so he was mad about the Facebook post because his last name was up there. I told that man when I finally did talk to him, because I did text him after I heard that last voicemail, and I was like, yeah, I'm good on you because you're not really there for me. Everything's always about you. But I said I put everybody's last name, not just yours. If you get out your feelings, it's a whole list of last names up there that ain't your last name. He felt some type of way about it. So, needless to say, yeah, we distanced from each other immediately after that. So, while I was homeless, okay, fast forward to 2022, I believe. It was September, I think, 2022. Like, right before my birthday, I want to say. I was literally about to do, cards was on the table. About to do a Virgo Garden reading. And I forgot what happened, but somehow either I ended up inboxing my cousin or my cousin ended up inboxing me. We were speaking about having a conversation, about, just to hash things out. When is the schedule free, this, that, and the third. Then he got back in his feelings and he was like, well, no, I don't really want to have a conversation, this, that, and the third. But basically, finger pointing at me again. And I was like, you know what? That's how you feel. That's fine. I was like, But he want to keep going back and forth, and I'm tired of looking at the little 3 dots go across the screen, waiting for you to hit me back, and I'm trying to sit up here and do this reading. So I believe he called me, and as soon as I pick up, he fussing and cussing me out. The fuck is your problem? Da, 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 da. I'm like, who the fuck is this person? I don't even know this character right here. Like, I see what the ex-wife was talking about now. When I say he reminded me so much of my ex-fiance. He went from such a sweet and quiet and meek person to, I mean, just abusive, yelling, just trying to break me down as a person. No, you're gonna shut up and listen for once. I said, who the fuck you talking to? Got me fucked up. Okay, got me fucked up. I told that man about himself. And I could tell it was getting to a point where it was definitely, I mean, we already reached the point of no return. But I could tell it was getting to a point where my blood pressure was starting to go through the roof, and I had to get off the phone. And he was fussing and cussing at me, and all I know is I yelled in that phone, "You're a narcissist," and hung the phone up on him and blocked him. A couple hours later, here come his mama hitting me up. I said, I ain't got time for this shit. I cut her ass off that day too. I said, I ain't got time for this shit. Now, could this have been avoided? Hell yeah. If I just would have told the man when he was willing to fucking listen, hey yo, you really got a problem. And you really need help. And you know what? I'm not the resource for that. I don't have any training with AA or any of that shit there. Okay? I can help you spiritually. But I can't come and take the bottle out your hand. I can't change your perspective to help you see the things that you were doing wrong. Unfortunately, he has his father's mentality. Unfortunately, he has turned into his father. But me as a spiritualist and me as a light worker, I fucked up because I ain't do my fucking job. I was supposed to tell that man, listen, I'm having a vision right now. You did choke your wife out. Would you like to discuss this? But at the point in time, my personal feelings got in it because this is somebody I know and I'm related to. And now I probably will have a rule where I won't do work with relatives no more. Or probably personal friends, because some shit come up like that, god damn it, I can't do shit but back my ass the fuck up in the bushes like Homer. Because I can't be with it and I can't support it. And now I feel bad because you had me and the whole fucking family mad at your fucking wife, and come to find out the bitch was telling the truth. Like, yeah, she a Scorpio and them motherfuckers be lying. Ooh, they be lying. But she was telling the fucking truth. You were abusing her in front of them children, getting drunk because you couldn't find work and you couldn't hold shit together. Did she help your mental health or emotional situation? Probably not. She probably beating you down, making you feel like you ain't a real man. But that ain't no fucking excuse as a 40-something-year-old man to not fucking do the work, to not fucking heal, and to expect the world to fucking bend for you. Because you're hurt and you don't never feel like you ever get a fucking break or a fucking cut. There's a lot of people that feel that way. It's called life, my G. You don't get to go around spewing your hurt and pain on other people because you can't take the mirror that they holding up to you. So I failed miserably in my job as a light worker with my cousin because I was supposed to tell that man about himself and I didn't because I was disgusted and I was in disbelief. So I learned a lot of lessons of definitely how to carry myself better professionally and why it's important for me to give a whole message as well. If I just would have been honest, maybe me and my cousin would still have some sort of relationship. Maybe not, because I can't be around people. Boy, when I say I can't be around people that don't grow, when I say we clash every time. If you're someone who's not willing to grow, not willing to take self-accountability and see what's wrong with you and what fucked up shit is about you and fix it, I can't fucking be around you. Because I do it with me. And no, I don't expect you to be like me and to constantly be working on yourself every day, every week, every month. But if you ain't showing no sign of growth, okay, no sign of accountability, I can't be around you. Because you hold me stagnant. So this is why it's important to be honest regardless of what the situation is or what the person is in your life. You need to be honest. So that way you know how to move accordingly. That way you can take the correct evaluation. Is this energy good for me in my life or not? I also should have been honest, because I could have gave my cousin an opportunity to explain why he's going back into alcoholism, or why he's depressed, or why he's going through certain things that he's going through. But because I wasn't honest, he did not get that opportunity either. And he was trusting me to be able to guide him. And yeah, I fucked up. I should have been honest. But at the same time, I was in shock and disbelief, because I thought the man was being honest with me, okay? So please know, if you book me, I'm going to need you to be honest with me as well, okay? It's a two-way street here, people. It's a two-way street. So y'all, this is why it is important to be honest. Certain situations can be fixed, avoided, or they could be cut off before disaster happens if you just be honest and just be a grown-ass adult and have a conversation of clarity. So, alright, babies, I'm your girl, Virgo Garden. If you didn't know that shit, I bet you know that shit now. How to follow me, how to book me, and how to get my wonderful, beautiful, amazing products that you all love so much will be down below in the description box. I love you, babies. Let's focus on, or let's just work on being more honest and transparent, even when it's uncomfortable. Because that is something that comes from my inner child, especially with my relatives, of not being my authentic self around them, because they can't handle who I authentically am, because they aren't comfortable with authentically being themselves. So that is a trait I am still learning how to undo when I am around my relatives. I'm not around them that often, so I don't get tested with it that often, but y'all, we got to definitely, especially if we want the environment, our future, the children, the people that we care about, this world to get better, we got to be honest with one another. We got to hold each other accountable. We got to hold ourselves accountable. But honesty is definitely the best policy, because it's the glue of a lot of foundations of a lot of things. And who's to say my cousin's life couldn't have got changed in a better direction if I just would have been honest, okay? So, babies, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Be comfortable with being honest with yourself, and learn how to be comfortable with being honest with others, no matter the situation, the circumstance, or the relationship. Think about it. Love you, babies. Mwah.